Përshëndetje miqve, miq të Albania NEWSCAST, do ndalemi ditën e sotme, do flasim për diplomaci, do ndalemi tek një superfuqi, një shtet I cili është shteti më I madh në botë, do flasim për Indinë, do flasim për raportet politike, ekonomike që Shqipëria ka me Indinë, por jo vetëm. Dhe kam kënaqësinë që të kem të ftuar ambasadorin e Indisë në Shqipëri, e kam në studion time zotin Pravinda Prasad Jaiswal.
Yes.
Zoti Jaiswal, faleminderit. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Ambasador, do kalojmë në anglisht, por besoj do ndjekim edhe titrat. Ambassador, we switch in English, it's better for both of us.
Yes.
How do you value our political relations between India and Albania?
India has a very good political understanding. We are in fact working on the same issues like for the world peace and security, for the constructive multilateralism, for UN working reforms of the UN, working methods of the UN and expansion. So we are politically and internationally we are on the same pedestal, including in the socially we are on the same footing, like we are a tolerant society like Albania, a multicultural, a multi-racial society, a multi-linguistic, multi-religious society like Albania. And we have the similar kind of society, similar kind of values. We preach or we practice the similar kind of values. So we have very good understanding in political terms. Bilaterally, politically, we have very good relations. We cooperate on most of the international issues. We have like we are functioning democracy like Albania is. We also are the largest democracy, but we are a very well functioning tolerant democracy like Albania. We have a republican system like Albania. So I think it's a very good, we are very much in accordance with our own, means both the countries are very much in unison, working in unison on political matters.
And Ambassador, now that we have your embassy here, and I hope we will have soon our embassy there, we will have any high-level meetings between our officials, or there is any plan?
Well, this 26 we had 2 visits planned from Albania, one in February, one in March, but somehow they couldn't materialize. But we are hoping that next year we will have some visits. We had one visit of our Vice Minister from India as well scheduled, but it also couldn't materialize. But again, as I said, next year we could visualize some visits. But of course, we are meeting on the margins of the international meetings or UN meetings. So there are ways to meet, may not be exactly in Tirana, but we have had meetings in the past on the margins as well.
And what can we say about the historical relations that we have had between our countries? Mother Teresa, everybody knows.
Mother Teresa, everybody knows. She is a shared heritage between India and Albania. And before also that is in the modern times, but in medieval times, as I mentioned, that one of the architects of the Taj Mahal was of Albanian origin. So that is an interesting coincidence that we 2 countries share an interesting heritage.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that is also
very not very well documented, but it's a fact which needs to be also worked upon to let our 2 countries know about this. And of course, in modern times, Mother Teresa is there, but we established relations immediately after, like after the independence of India in 1956. So this year we are celebrating 70 years of our relationship, our
70.
Establishment of diplomatic relations between our 2 countries. There have been ups and downs, which is everywhere. It's not a flat thing. It's everywhere, ups and downs. It takes place. But after 90s, when the Albania reforms took place, and India also took the to reforms, like economic reforms in India also happened around that time. After that, the relations have been very smooth. We are cooperating on most of the international issues in UN and other bodies. And bilaterally, we are very comfortably placed. We have not very much substantial relations, but we have very good relations.
And I want to ask you about our experience, but also we collaborate with you regarding the recent service on UN Security Council. I'm pretty sure that you know what has happened there, the role that Albania took.
See, we had a overlapping period in even United Nations Security Council in 23 when India was also a member, Albania was also a member there. So that time we worked together on many issues like Albania's issues like women's right, peace and security, women's issues, and also this extremists, violent extremism, fight against violent extremism. So we worked on those issues. There were also Ukraine was one of the topics, but India had some other views regarding exactly Ukraine. But we have been working together on quite similar grounds.
And I want to change the topic. We spoke about our political relations and diplomacy, but now I want to discuss with you about economy and trade. In the moment that we are discussing, what are the numbers that we have regarding the trade or exchanges that we have between our countries?
Like last year, our trade was about 93 million USD. The annual trade turnover was about 93 million USD, and the trade has been around 80 to 90 million USD all through years. Only in 2022-23 when the Ukraine war started, we had increased volume of the trade because we had a lot of supplies for hydrocarbons in Albania coming from Indian companies. So our trade had crossed 1 billion in that year.
1 billion?
1 billion USD because of a lot of supplies of hydrocarbons from India. But again, it's back to about 92 million USD this year, and it has been around that. But we have a lot of potential to enhance the trade.
What are the areas, Ambassador, that you think we have this huge potential between our countries? We have it in IT, your country is very developed, or agriculture,
in IT, in manufacturing
also.
In agricultural also, because India has a very diverse climate. We have agricultural technologies for desert, for the high mountains, means alpine regions like that. So these are very diverse conditions which India has. So we have technologies for all those climatic conditions. So I think agriculture could be also a good area of cooperation. We have renewable energy, like in India is also quite well advanced in renewable energy, and Albania is almost all of its energy comes from renewable sources. So we have good scope for cooperation there as well, but many other areas like labor, migrant laborers, so like Albania is facing a shortage of workers.
Yeah.
We can be a source of good and hard-working workers. We can be source of technology as well, because we have developed a few very cost-effective, scalable technologies which could be tried in Albania as well. Like I say, one of our good technologies is digital payment system, which we call unified payment interface, which is you can pay even like 1 lakh digitally without having a plastic card of any bank, either a debit or credit card. So it's very convenient for people. You don't need to go to bank to get a card and pay annual fees. It's very, for the customers, it's no charges. It's only the establishment or the agencies which are benefiting from it, they pay the charges. So it's a very convenient and very very
beneficial
useful technology.
Yeah, also beneficial. And
so we also have a potential for tourism. Like India is a huge country. Albania is also attracting a lot of tourism.
Yes,
and a lot of people from India are coming to Albania nowadays. Last year, about 30,000 to 35,000 Indian people visited Albania. We would encourage more Albanian people to visit India as well. As you were saying, you visited India and you liked it too much. So we want more Albanian friends to travel to India and see the country.
And do you think there is potential, or you are discussing with our officials to not have this visa regime?
Not exactly now, because Albania, as you know, is working full time on EU accession.
Yeah.
So they have to tune their regulations as per EU laws. So they are waiting for EU laws to be implemented before they embark on countries where new areas to be discussed and which could go in conflict with EU. So before that, they want to ensure that all the laws and regulations they work on are as per the EU. So I think it will take some time before things
But
start
it's easy
moving.
to take a visa to go to India.
It's easy because we have e-visa as well as physical visa. You can apply in, as for now, you can apply in the neighboring countries like Romania. But in a month or so, we will start issuing visa in Tirana. The Indian embassy in Tirana will start issuing visa in a month or so.
In 1 month. So
Yeah,
it
around
will be
that.
easy for everyone.
Yeah, it will be then very easy to take a visa.
And Ambassador, I have another question, because when I was in India, I remember we had some we visited some places that they were startup innovation hubs. Do you think we have potential also in this regard?
Well, India has in last few years developed a very good ecosystem for startups and innovation ecosystem. So I'm sure there will be a potential, like many of the frugal technologies developed are being done by a startup, and even a private startup has launched a rocket in the space. So the things are looking very bright in India in the startup ecosystem. We could easily get opportunities where Albania could benefit from these startup activities in India. But we have to see where the Albanian interest is, because we haven't come across so far any interest, neither from the government nor from the private sector here. So we'll be looking for opportunities.
And I want to change the topics and to discuss a little bit our cultural relations. What can we say in this regard? Okay, there's a geographical distance, is not very near, but is not so far. What can we say also about this?
Yeah, as you said, cultural distance. Distance means culture transcends boundaries and distance. It's one thing which is is not bound by distance. We had very good cultural connect during communist period between India and Albania. Albanian people are fond of Bollywood movies, Indian culture.
Yeah.
Even you call it the Albanian language is one of the same root, like in Sanskrit is of Indo-European languages family. Albanian is from the same family. So we have had this connect from quite some time. So I am sure that we can work on those connectedness, and we can work on those areas. Like even in 20s we had that many Albanian friends liked Indian TV soap opera and Indian TV programs. But nowadays we find that no such companies are working to distribute Indian content in Albania. So we'll be happy to work on those areas where we can get Indian movies, Indian TV programs in Albania.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting, and I think there is also potential in this regard. I cannot staying without asking you about Mother Teresa, a monumental figure that deeply connects both our nations. How can this be shared, this heritage to be leveraged to foster stronger people-to-people connection?
Yes, Mother Teresa is the modern link between our two countries, and her nature is exactly what we find in Albanian people. The kindness, the kind of considerate or compassion she shows, exactly we find in Albania now. So we have very good kind of beginning, and we need to work on that. We need to show this shared heritage to our friends outside. We need to show it in Albania, in India, and to outside world. We are also working on a photo exhibition program for here on Mother Teresa. So we hope that we can make people aware of our shared heritage.
And Ambassador, this is my own interest. I do some yoga, and I'm very interested if you have any plan to do a kind of festival regarding culinary or yoga or whatever that you think it will be good for us.
Yoga, we have International Day of Yoga, which is celebrated every year in Tirana on 21st of June. So now that the embassy is there, we are tying up with all yoga gurus in yoga studios in Tirana, and we come together and celebrate it on 21st June. And we have many, before that, many like cut and razor events on yoga. We had 3 this year. So we have this program already in existence. On the culinary experience, we are planning to do something at embassy level, but we are also working to get a chef from India. If it is, it comes through, that will be even better.
And you will invite me, I think.
Of course, don't doubt it at all.
I'm joking. And for how long have you been here, Ambassador?
I just made 1.5 years now.
How do you feel here? Tell me something about your feelings here.
Well, as I said, we are very happy to be here, and Albania is like a very nice, beautiful place, a very beautiful landscape, and the people are really too nice to find anywhere else. So it's really a very nice place to be.
And do you like more the seaside or the mountain areas?
We like more mountains because we are not very good swimmer or like that, so we are a bit do not find so interesting on the seaside.
And this is my final question. Do you think that we have a huge potential also for the future? So what do you think it has to be a little bit more, let's say, in this regard?
No, we see huge potential, of course, because Albania is making its way to the EU. And once it is in EU, I think we'll have more of opportunities to work together, because we'll not have to go do individual agreements or individual protocols with on each and every subject with Albania, you know. So the things will look even easier then. And as we see that Albania is a very prominent country in the Western Balkans, in the Mediterranean, and it will be a gateway to the EU. So I think that more of the Indian economic opportunities for Indian companies and businesses will be opening doors in Albania.
I forgot just a question. There is interest from the businesses in India about for Albania in general, or?
In general, there is a very good interest in trade partnerships, but still we don't have interest in investment area. But we have very good interest in trade opportunities. We get a lot of queries from Indian businesses for giving them details of the companies working in particular field, particular sectors, like that. So we find that that is a beginning, and once we have some progress in the trade areas, we will see opportunities in investment also. Also because we have some Indians who are Indians of Indian origin. They are no more Indian citizens, but they are people of Indian origin. They are working in Albania, like one person from the US is working on municipal waste treatment to produce biofuel, you know. So we have that, we have another person who is also looking at bringing Indian Bollywood filmmakers to Albania for on-site shooting
I didn't know
of movies and things like that. So we are working on those areas. Our people are working on those areas, and once you know, there's a lot of information gap between our two countries. There has not been so much of information exchange so far. So once it's goes word around goes that yeah, there are opportunities, I think many more people become interested, and that way I will say that investment will also start looking up.
We are at the end of our interview. Ambassador Jaiswal, thank you for being part of my program, Albania Newscast.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arbër, and it was a pleasure being here, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
I'll be saying that India and Albania are both similar people, and we need to work together to enhance our exchanges and our relationship.
I agree with you. Thank you for your
Thank you
time.
very much.
Me këtë intervistë me zotin Gjajsual erdhëm në fund edhe të Albania NEWSCAST për sot. Jepni komentet tuaja, bëni edhe like edhe share dhe ne do t'i ndjekim gjithë ato dhe do t'i pasqyrojmë në episodet tona të radhës. Deri atëherë, ju uroj gjithëve një javë sa më të mbarë.